Hello everyone, I'm Timoteo.
And I'm George.
And we are Vintage Doll Hunters. On this channel, we'll be discussing and reviewing what we found on our latest vintage doll hunt, sharing with you our opinions and our knowledge.
We provide you, the audience, quality information based on our 12 years of collecting experience, either from the homes of others or from our own collection.
So join us as we reveal what we found today.
Let's get started. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, doll hunters. How are you?
Glad you tuned in.
Yes, glad. Thank you so much for joining us again. We got a whole brand new episode lined up for y'all. We were working on this one. We've been so excited for it. It's a fantastic topic we're going to be bringing up today.
Yes.
And today we're going to be talking about
Barbie the Movie.
So Barbie the
I wanna lower
movie.
that volume on that part.
Barbie the movie. We're so excited. We went to go watch the. Sorry, go. No, sorry.
No,
we went to go watch the film. Of course, the night it came out was super amazing. We both loved it, needless to say. But today, what we wanted to do was kind of go through the movie and the various dolls that we have that we can show you that are in the film, or perhaps maybe inspired by or whatnot, and our thoughts. Basically, kind of our commentary on the film through dolls. So we're going to take you through this journey here today on our channel.
Yes.
Yes. But before we get to that, I actually wrote a little if you haven't seen the movie by now, that's your fault, because a lot of people have seen it. And spoilers, we're gonna talk and spoilers. We're gonna talk about the Barbie film and the plot. So if you haven't seen it, sorry, go watch it, then come back and watch this. But
yes,
okay, so the Barbie movie is a tale about the fictitious character Barbie. She realizes her world isn't as pink and bubbly as she once thought it was. In her quest to obtain a sense of normalcy, she finds more than what she bargains for. Barbie begins to have thoughts of death, feelings of shame, and develops cellulite, which was abnormal for a stereotypical Barbie. With the help and hindrance of her friends, she has to figure out what the heck is going on with her. In this process, she visits places no Barbie has ever seen and feels things no plastic heart has ever felt before. Yes, that's like the premise for the movie. I wrote that, but that's the premise for the film. And of course, we're gonna go through in order, kind of the dolls that we spotted out that we wanted to show and correlate to you guys. So for the first number 0, I call spot. The very first doll they show is actually gonna be a ponytail Barbie, a vintage ponytail Barbie, which right here we have the number 3, blonde, just like Margot Robbie was in the film. And there was actually things we were noticing. We're not hating on the movie, but actually through watching this film, I noticed a couple of incorrect facts made by the people that made this film. So I'm gonna point.
Another box. Anyways.
No, not us. The film. There's some things they talk about, like for example, like we noticed, like especially how we're meticulous because we're doll collectors. Yes. But what were you saying about Margot Robbie, that she's not necessarily a number 1?
Yeah, she looked more like a number 3, mostly because I was checking her eyebrows, and her eyebrows were more of a roundish, slant. Kind of stuff.
Yeah, like which if you've seen our Barbie,
the same little poodle hair in the top.
And we have that ponytail video. You can always go and watch on our channel where we talk about them. But here we got a number 3 to reflect more of Margot Robbie and what she depicted. Also, she didn't have white irises and the blue eyeshadow, so she was not a number 1. But the whole intro was so hilarious. I used that intro for one of my drag performances.
And she had on the movie, she had white toenail polish on her toes, and Barbie usually has red.
There you go. So there's the first thing, the movie. And before we move forward, we actually wanted to, in case, I'm sure a lot of you already know, especially if you watched our videos before, no, you can keep talking for a second, is actually this doll is not an original concept or creation. It's actually inspired by another doll, Build Lily.
But we don't own a Build Lily.
But we have the clone. He's forgetting his cues, sorry. So we have the clone Bill Dilly here, which is the closest we're going to get to Bill Dilly on this channel for right now. But as you can see, the whole patent and everything was purchased by Ruth Handler, and she used that to create Barbie. So right here we have a clone of the Bill Dilly to kind of show you that's what it was. I'd say one of the big things for me physically that they added was Barbie has bangs, those little poodle bangs. I mean, she did have the side, like the bang, but of course they gave Barbie the poodle bangs, which is super iconic of Barbie to have, you know, things we remember about this doll. But yeah, that was the first thing that we noticed. And then,
and also I wanted to say too that there were other little fashion dolls out there. They did have those baby doll, you know, because in the beginning.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
All those baby dolls.
When they started breaking
But they
up,
did have like the Sissy dolls that were tall. They did have the Revlon Vogue dolls that were out.
Yes, before Barbie. Yeah.
And they were just a little more stocky, but they did have, you know, really nice fashions and you know, evening wear and that such. So Barbie was just, I guess, more of a step up. She was like a
She was a teenager, because that's what she was. She was a teenage model.
She had a, what was I told you? She had like a niche or a catch where she was a teenage model. She had like a story behind her, a lifestyle, and I think that's what made her like so big.
Well, I just think it's because it's like it allowed the people that played with her, you know, ideally targeted at little girls who were playing with them, or girls, to play with something more mature and feel more mature, because the other ones you said, they were stocky, they were like baby dolls. That's what they resembled. Of course, they touched on that in the movies, but
yeah.
All right. So and then after that scene, of course, they kind of go through a little montage, little collage, I guess,
yes,
of different Barbies and that they bring out, and we have a few to show you. Some of the ones that I noticed that I know I either have some of similar or reproductions, but one of the first ones I noticed is they have a Roman holiday Barbie right here, which they do show in that beginning section. They also go ahead and show, I don't have the original doll, but I have the original dress, the vintage dress. It's not a reproduction of the Peaches and Cream dress right here. I put it on this lovely little mannequin. I have no idea where this mannequin comes from, but I remember I found it at a secondhand thrift store and I thought they were so neat. So it's a perfect little display right there. And then the next doll that they show in that sequence that we have to show y'all is right here. This is actually all vintage from 1992. I learned that this doll was actually the #1 sold doll in 1992, which is the year I was born. And this is the totally hair Barbie and her original crimps. And then the dress, Tim had an extra dress. I don't have the original shoes, but the dress and the doll has sufficed for me. So beautiful. Yes, the earrings. And I have this cute little Barbie stand. Look at how long that is. So beautiful. I wish they would make more dolls with super long hair like this.
Makes me want to collect the 80s Barbies and 90s Barbies or some reason.
Not me. No, not really. Not me. And then as we progress forward in the movie, the next thing that we have to show is actually the very first scene where Barbie, when she wakes up and she's,
are you allowed to see that?
We'll take your cue, take out the doll.
Oh, and she wakes
Yeah,
up.
he's
I didn't know
not following here.
I didn't know that was a cue. Was that written down somewhere?
That's one of his dolls to bring out. We have the gingham dress Barbie when she wakes up in the morning and says hello to the whole world. It's so beautiful. It's so it's kind of reminiscent of another outfit.
Yes, the 1965 dress that I thought at first was the dancing doll outfit, and that's what I thought it was resembling in the movie. But I'm not sure that that's what they were doing with that. But I thought it was. I thought that's the shoes, the little high heel closed top.
Yeah, which is really cool. So that's what Tim thought was inspired, and it very much could have been. If not, they did because as you watch the movie, you can interpret it in so many ways. I think figuratively and literally, because the fashions, I think to me especially, are inspired for different reasons, and I see that.
Yeah.
Definitely, I see that.
But Barbie did come out with the gingham pink pattern quite a bit throughout her
and that silhouette of that dress was used a lot.
But I think this was the first one.
But this silhouette was used a lot back in the 60s, especially with a lot of different dresses like this. So it's something that's carried on throughout the years. So it's very beautiful to see. She's a very beautiful doll right here. I think this was one where we went to Target actually. We were like on a hunt trying to find it, and I remember the Target we found it at. What happened? Was it Target?
Yeah, it was Target, and they were just two sitting up on the shelf.
You
no, we didn't find them, and then you kept looking, and they were behind.
No, those are the other ones.
Oh, then I have.
How did you get this one? That's why I'm asking you.
I probably
this
ordered
is yours.
it online.
Oh, there you go. He ordered. No, it's Target.
Target.
So he doesn't have a story. Never mind. He just. There's another. The other story he was telling was another that we're gonna show
There's
later.
a lot available, but you know.
And it's still available, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. All the rest are gone.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we could put that one right there behind. You could start moving some stuff around. Next up, what we have, is actually in the scenery in the background of the whole movie. It's really kind of cute, but you can actually see other dream houses. You can actually see the A-frame vintage Barbie house right here, like this one. Come on, wake up, Tim. There's an A-frame Barbie house here.
Yes, and they also had these little ones that were made, because they were pink ones out there. I saw. I didn't really see the full yellow, but I saw the top A-frame.
No, there was a yellow one.
Was there?
Yeah,
I saw
if
like
you
the
zoom
little
in,
pink ones.
and there's pink ones.
Yeah,
in the
these little pink ones
too.
we have are so fun because these came from just
not necessarily a doll.
hardware store things. Right?
Yeah, not necessarily a doll, but that was really cool because all these open home, like these A-frame style homes, they kind of continue with that pattern with the newer dream houses throughout the years. You know, the original, the cardboard ones, you know, they stopped making those, of course. So this one, I think, was a big trailblazer for these Barbie dream houses.
Yeah, it's more of an open, like, forum, and they can play.
Yeah, and then later on they added those elevators and all that.
I'm not sure, a lot of people don't show them a lot, but there's these triangle pieces that go, so when you open up the house, you add these pieces and it opens up the walkway and, you know, the furniture area. Yes,
and then next in the Barbie movie, Barbie comes out of her, floats down from her house. Hang on, Tim. And next up, she says hello to Skipper, which we're showing you right here, the vintage Skipper.
She doesn't say hello to Skipper.
Yes, she does. She says hello, Skipper, and hello to another character.
Does she? I did not see that.
He watched the movie like 3 times.
Well,
I got my notes. Chill. I got my notes. Chill. I know what I'm talking about. They say hello to Skipper. The Skipper in the film, I believe, is supposed to resemble like a babysitting Skipper, which comes later in years. I don't really follow with the Skipper, newer Skippers, I want to say, but vintage, of course, we know all about. So we're gonna show you a vintage Skipper because Skipper goes all the way back to the 60s, and it's not just a newer doll. And of course, it's Barbie's little sister. And as you know, Barbie has an expansive family. As we watched this film, I thought it was so cool how they brought out characters, but I feel like there's potential to bring out even more characters, but you know, they can't bring them all out. So I know they chose specific ones for specific reasons. So there's that, and we have a whole video about Skipper. So if you want to go ahead and watch our vintage Skipper doll video, look it up on our playlist. And right after saying hello to Skipper,
but on the movie they talked about not this Skipper. They talked about the baby.
No, but you're skipping. But that's later. Yeah. That's why I say I alluded to it. So next, actually, who they say hi to is actually pregnant Midge. This pregnant Midge might look a little strange to you, but this is pregnant Midge. She says hi, and of course the movie, you know, the narrator says she was discontinued and all that, but this is pregnant Midge. This one actually belonged, this is a doll from my family. This actually belonged to my younger sister, so shout out to my younger sister Marisol for giving me this doll for this video. I remember playing with this doll because I'm older than her, and she got mad at me because I would give a lot of her dolls haircuts because I guess my wig styling journey started very early. And I tell people I used to practice on dolls and
She's
stuff.
missing her baby bump.
Yeah, so this one right here, she's missing her baby bump and her babies. But my sister Marisol says, she says, no. I had it and it had 2 babies. And I thought I only had 1. No, she's right. It has 2 babies. She didn't have the dress, but we have the doll. And needless to say, since her hair's all chopped up, I would like to call this officially a weird Midge. And then Tim found her this cute dress that kind of resembled a similar pattern to the original purple maternity dress that she wore. But super cute, right? Pregnant Midge. But right as soon as they introduce Midge, they do state, the narrator states a false fact. The narrator says that she was discontinued because pregnant Midge was just too weird. That's wrong, first of all. That was wrong. First of all, because as we all know, Midge actually first came out in the 60s. We have a whole video about that as well. So
I'm gonna move some of these.
we have right here vintage Midge, which was the original issue, and then followed a couple years after we have bendable leg Midge. And you guys know through the years there's multiple Midges.
Yes.
To this day, they keep producing her. Can you help me hold this?
Yeah.
Right here. So right here's a bendable leg Midge right here. So this is one. Oh, can you open that to kind of show them a little bit? This is actually a really beautiful one. Tim wanted to show you. Because he just got the blue band box.
And this was the googly eye.
Oh,
actually,
that's not. This is literally weird Midge right here.
Yeah, this is the first, I believe, weird Barbie was the weird Midge with the teeth.
Here she is.
Eye.
This one. This one is the pristine one we wanted to show you. Look at how gorgeous she is.
Yeah, she was on our other Midge.
Yes, she
episode.
was. Look at, and then with the little pink wrist tag. Oh, so
she was
gorgeous.
in a museum.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got this, and then we got a couple more Midges right here that Tim found in his collection. These are a bit of a newer Midges doll, and we got this 80s ones. He literally has Midge written on her jacket. So, hello, Warner Brothers, that fact was incorrect, wasn't true. And even later,
well, you got to remember, just before you jump that far ahead, when they say they discontinued Midge back in the day, she was actually, her mold was recreated into the PJ doll, which we have kind of hidden back here. And this is the little PJ doll. And we also have the Christie doll back there, the talking Christie, George, behind you. And those two dolls actually have the mold of the Midge doll. So
the face mold.
The face mold, sorry.
Yes.
The face mold.
Yes, the face mold. So she's even though it's discontinued, which she wasn't, her mold was still used for many Barbie characters.
And then they moved. Then she came back out.
And she came back.
1988.
So and then we'll get to the other one a little bit later when we introduce another. Well, actually soon we'll introduce our next character, or one of some of our next characters. So we talked about Midge, PJ, Christie. Oh, and then next in the movie that they show is they actually in Barbie Land they have President Barbie.
Oh, they sure do. Where is she? You didn't show the other candy.
Shush, we're not there yet. Oh my lord.
President Barbie.
So this is President Barbie. This is a little bit more of an exclusive one. Of course, she comes in a different kind of style box compared to the more of the playline ones. More of the playline ones also has extra cardboarding as well and everything. Did you notice that it has like extra cardboarding and all that?
And they're lifted.
Yes, so you can see right here.
They're actually lifted, elevated.
Her character's hilarious in the film, of course, especially when she curses. I thought that was such a cool touch.
This is one of my favorite characters.
So awesome. So we got.
Are we gonna have all this out? Should we clean up?
Hey, chill, Tim. Hang on.
A lot of stuff.
The next character we got to show you is really cool. It's when she finally makes it to the beach.
Oh,
so we have a beach Ken.
Dented.
Oh shoot, dented beach Ken. But it's really cute.
Damn
They tried to mimic that original swimsuit, like the little what is it, the little shirt, open shirt that he has with the little swimming trunks, and they added a cool little, unique little print.
What is that towel fabric called? But yeah, it's supposed to be inspired by that striped white and red. Well,
Yeah.
I actually have a
Yes,
Ken doll if you want to
yes.
check it
Oh,
out.
that's right. Yes, we do.
And I really think that they were trying to go for the Malibu Ken doll here, which is actually up here, the little blonde one. And Brian Gosling, I guess, doesn't really look as good as I thought he was, but he looks, as far as there's brunette, there's a blonde, but
He
she's
said
a striped shirt and the red shorts. So
I think
it's supposed to be somewhat inspired, but they went with more of a pastel color.
I think although I mean none of the characters really look like the dolls essentially, but that's not the point of the movie. The point of the movie I thought was they're making kind of like a satire and parody.
Yeah, it was a comedy.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So he was a perfect character as terms as like being the stereotypical Ken, the blonde. tall, muscular, really tan. Which is funny because Ken didn't get really tan until he hit the Malibu years, which is what we thought he was inspired by because he references the Malibu beach quite a few times, and the only Ken that was really that tan was around that era. So we think that Ken was a mixture of different Kens meshed into one, which is really cool.
But, you know, can I say that I didn't like the character as far as the portrayal of Ken, because they kind of made him like needy and like not very bright, and you know, I'm sure it was part of the whole comedic part of that, but I didn't enjoy that part of Ken's character in that, because I was like, no, Ken was just like Barbie. Everything Barbie did, Ken did, but you know, it was Barbie's world in this movie. And it is Barbie's world.
No comment for me. Next, we have another character right here. So I hope Mattel creates this doll and sells it as one of these exclusive Barbie the Movie dolls eventually. But next up that we have right here is one of everybody's favorite in the film. But we have Allan.
Yes, Allan.
Which we have a whole episode of Allan as well on our channel. But of course, as you know, Allan is depicted in the movie, and I actually love Allan's character. It's so lovable because, you know, he loves his best buddy Ken, and it's so funny. Oh, careful! Don't lean it forward too much. It's like, because you're gonna ruin your own doll. He's gonna fall over. But so they kept his whole outfit OG, which I thought was pretty amazing. Everything from the hair to the clothes, and you could even buy it at certain retailers or selling the outfits, which is pretty amazing. But it's really fun. I wonder if we're gonna see any Allans this year for Halloween.
Well, I'm sure. Right?
We're filming this. It might come out during or a little bit after Halloween, but we're so excited to show y'all. But yeah, they show Allan next in the film, and then after that,
and once again they showed Allan, another like needy character, huh? Like he's the extra.
Well, I don't agree with that. You keep looking at me like I agree, and I don't agree. I just don't want to give my 2 cents.
He was funny.
Yeah, I don't want to give my 2 cents yet, but
Allan.
So next up, we actually don't have this doll because we purchased it, but Mattel says it's not going to ship till next year. It's actually Weird Barbie.
Yes,
Weird Barbie. A Weird Barbie is coming in later, but of course, I don't call those Weird Barbies. I like to call those Goodwill Barbies, because early on in our doll hunting journey, we would go to Goodwills a lot. Yes. That's how we first found our first vintage Midge, was at a Goodwill, because that's how we got into doll hunting, especially vintage Barbie and vintage dolls. But a lot of those dolls at the Goodwill were like owned by demonically possessed children that would write all over the dolls, yank their hair out, and oh my god, it was scary. Yes, that's what I say, demonic children. So those to me are Weird Barbies. Those ones you find at the Goodwill, they'll still have the nerve to sell. Their arms like this, and there's writing with Sharpie all over their body. Oh, it was so sad. But that's Weird Barbie coming in soon later, which is a super lovable character in the movie as well.
Yes, she is.
She's so wonderful, and I love her in the film. Next up in the film is actually something in the background. How about we clear up some room now?
Oh,
let's go ahead and clear up some room, because in the film we're also watching the movie. We were also noticing some things in the background, like we said, the house earlier. And this next part that we noticed right here was something they didn't really touch too much, but as a vintage collector, we have this, and we're like, what the heck? What is this doing here? So we're gonna bring that out right now. Let's clear this up. Yes. Of course. So they got all these. Let's put them back here. Are you gonna move those dolls?
Oh yes, of course. Ooh, the number 3. I forgot.
And so in the background of one of the scenes, we got actually the camper. We were like, what the heck is a Barbie camper?
Oh my goodness, okay.
It's so cool. We have the Barbie camper to show, and we were just like, this is actually something we bought, and I actually am not a big fan of it personally. I just bought it to collect it because I like the old vinyl ones like this before they turned all hard plastic. But they sure had it in the film right there, and I thought it was a super cute feature.
I had one too. My sister gave me one, and I also have all the furniture inside. I just
he does,
because a lot of times this plastic melts. So any kind of plastic on this old 70s stuff, you'll start seeing plastic inside melting together or denting. So be careful. Don't put anything on this. or keep it on top, especially the bendables. They'll melt into this plastic.
So the next point in the film is when they're actually traveling to the, what do they call it, the country of Los Angeles, and they're going through the various methods. And something really cool that I noticed, I don't know, maybe this is me overthinking it, but I told Tim, was there's about 6 to 7 methods that they take to get from Barbie Land. Barbie Land is, there's building Mattel Land here in Glendale, Arizona, and we're in, kind of Phoenix adjacent, basically, and to get from Phoenix to LA is approximately like about 6 to 7 hours with a break or two in there. So I thought that was funny, like, to me, each method represented like an hour of travel, and I was, that was something really kind of, I was like, okay. And if you haven't seen a theme park that's been built, Tim's been talking about it to me for a while, and it's something you should look up. It's going to be built, I'm sure, up soon. It's indoor.
2024, it's estimating.
It's going to be an indoor theme park.
Correct.
There's going to be a water park. I know there's going to be characters like other Mattel toy lines like Hot Wheels and what's the one you like? He-Man?
Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the Universe, He-Man, and Barbie. And I think this whole Barbie Land in the movie is a lead and a kind of a little bit of suggestion to what they're going to build in the park. Okay. Just wanted to throw that out there. Next up is the dolphin.
Well, can we get rid of this?
No, just leave it up here for now. For a second. Hold on, chill.
Okay,
we gotta have scenery. Come on now.
Well,
So we got right here. We got the dolphin right here, which is in the water when they're on a jet ski. And I specifically remember this because I used to have one as a kid. I rebought this I think last year, but it makes sounds. It's not battery operated. It's like a little winding device in it. So you could put it in the water and it'll make this sound.
Well, it doesn't make it stop, huh?
Yeah, it's really cool. It's kind of stuck, the little button, but super cute as well.
Probably what happens when you leave in the water too.
Next up on our list, we have roller skating Ken and Barbie.
Ooh. Well, I think Barbie and Ken, right? Because that's the way you had them in order. You said
roller
Ken
skating
and Barbie. So.
Well, that doesn't matter. We're gonna bring them both out. So we got roller skating Barbie and Ken right here, which is really cute. Which I think these, of course, are inspired by one of the. I think it's from the '90s. There's a roller skating Barbie outfit, which is really cute. And these were Walmart exclusive. At the time of recording this video, they're still popping up here and there in stores. So if you want them, do not buy them from resellers. Please go and search on your Walmart app. This is not sponsored. But if you want to sponsor us, Walmart, okay.
But if you want to, go and spend it, go buy it. Buy it, have fun.
But no. Look it up on the Walmart app and you'll be able to see, and I believe they ship too. Or you can, what we did is when he found it, he did it for pickup order and we went into the store anyways and went to go, because we wanted to make sure to pick out the nicest box. I bought a set too, but I'm probably going to open mine. Really cool, really neat, really cute. Of course, that moment when they go down the Venice Beach and they're roller skating when they made it to the country of Los Angeles, as that little gay that's crossing their path says, I love that. I love these.
And it was fun because they jump into different outfits because they are getting chased or by the police by doing wrong little things. What am I doing now wrong?
No, you're not doing anything wrong.
So I was gonna show my cowboy one.
That's right. That's next.
So
yes,
she's right there. So
okay, here you go.
Calm down, George. Here you go. So, anyways, I was just trying to bring up the little country outfit. I was telling George, oh wow, there was a doll like that actually comes in this little Western outfit, and the Ken comes in a similar looking outfit as well. But if it's Ken. But this one, unfortunately, would like wink and blink its eyes, and after a while, they just melt, and these Barbies just don't last very long. Because you can see this one has its eyes.
Yeah, because we don't have the cowboy Barbie and Ken, which is why he wanted to bring this out. Because, of course, it's inspired by outfits Barbie's worn before.
Yeah.
But they're really cool dolls. If I could get my hands on the Ken, I would get the Ken. I'm a big fan of a lot of the Ken dolls.
Yeah. Sometimes we're like, oh, wow, and then all of a sudden they sell out, and you're like, dang it, I should have bought one. And now they're ridiculously priced, a lot of them.
So next part in the movie was really cool. They didn't necessarily, this next part is not Barbie dolls, but as a lot of you have probably seen, is they actually, once Barbie makes it to the school and she's searching for the girl who's playing with her counterpart, her human counterpart, she actually meets Sasha and her friends, Sasha and her friends, which if you look at them closely enough, they kind of resemble the Bratz dolls, which were a big and still are a doll competition, and there was whole drama. We should make a video about all of that one day. But MGA, this is, I guess, a little crossover episode. Sasha, Yasmin, the original four. These are the reproduction ones that came out recently, but we got we got right here. We got Chloe, Jade, Sasha. Oh no, Sasha and Yasmin right here. So these are the original four. We love Bratz dolls. We actually both collect them. He has a lot of reproductions. I love a lot of two of the collector ones, the fashion brand ones.
Yes.
But yeah, so while they're sitting, and then when Sasha reads her and calls her fascist and makes Barbie cry, these are kind of the four little tween dolls that I think are resembling with those tween teenager girls, the cool girls that don't play with Barbie since they were 5, because Bratz are not Barbies. That's kind of was the feeling that we got from that film, which a lot of people pointed it out as well in their dissection of the film. So the next part that we got is another doll that we ordered that we don't have in yet, unfortunately, but hopefully if we get it, maybe we can add it in later, but I don't think it'll be here in time for our editing. But it's actually the faux fur, I like to call patriarchy Ken, in the full garment right there. Oh, isn't he wonderful? So beautiful. So we got that one coming on the way. I love this doll. This doll is so beautiful. Everything from the detailing from the box when they cross out Barbie and put Ken on it. Oh, it's amazing. The fur coat, the little fanny pack, it's just immaculate. And it's a is it $75? It is. Yeah. It costs. Yeah. And no, you can still pre-order it. On Amazon, yeah, you can still pre-order on Amazon. It's one of those dolls where, if you go to Amazon as of recording this video, which is late October, near Halloween, they still have them for pre-order. But in the beginning, the pre-order sold out so fast.
Yes.
I was so upset. There's one doll I wanted so bad, and then they reopened the pre-orders, and we did that through Mattel Creations. So thank you, Mattel Creations, for that. Next up on our list is we have it's once Barbie makes it back to reconfigure what the heck's going on and reconvenes with the other discontinued Barbies and some Kens. So there's 2 Kens that she needs. Timmy could bring out that one first, which is Sugar's Daddy Ken, otherwise mistakenly known as Sugar Daddy Ken. Such a wonderful sought-out doll, sold out. Yeah. Tim was able to snag 2, and he graciously gifted me one. Thank you again, Tim. I appreciate it so much. Isn't he cool? His box, and he pointed out to his box is so much bigger than Ken's box.
And he's actually lifted,
He's so cute. And back in the day, as they said in the movie, he was actually discontinued, and I'm so happy they brought him back out because he was one of those there you go. Look at how much more bigger that is. Wow. Sugar Daddy and Sugar Baby. I'm just kidding. Okay, and alongside Sugar Daddy's Ken is Earring Magic Ken. So we got Earring Magic Ken. This is the original Earring Magic Ken. They didn't reproduce them or anything. This one, thank you so much to Dorothy from our friend at the doll show. This is where we bought it. She had it. She sold it to us at a very good price. Thank you so much. I'm gonna cherish this. I love it so much. To me, of course, it's not explicitly said, but it's kind of one of the, maybe possibly of the LGBT variety Ken, possibly. I mean, that was a whole controversy behind this doll. What I was told was that he had an earring, and boys are not supposed to have earrings, of course, blah blah blah, all that dumb, homophobic stuff. But super cool. Look at the box. There's a little bit of yellowing on the box, but I thought that was really cute. It has a Ken earring for you, clip-on, and a Barbie earring, so they didn't forget about Barbie in this. But super cute, aren't they? Yeah, super cool. Such a good doll to have. Next up on the list is actually a doll from Tim's side. So yes. So after the movie progresses, we've got a couple of moments, and we come to this part of the film when the other Barbies have to do their duty and convert the brainwashed Barbies back to reality. So we got this, I think they call it pink jumpsuit, but I give it the nickname of Undercover Barbie, and I like that better.
Barbie. I like that too.
Yeah, undercover, because she was kind of low key, grabbing all the other Barbies, and they were converting them back. What was it? I don't like massaging feet. It's so funny, huh? It's so good. But yeah, these dolls are awesome. The story. This is the Target one you brought up when we were looking for it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this one was the one where we went to Target, and Target is so shady because you can't be like Walmart and look up where they are.
Yeah.
You just have to go hunt for them. So that excited us, of course. So we went to Target. We were in the section. Tim scanned the section like, George, there's nothing here.
Nothing.
And then in the first corner I turn and I look, there was like this big, I don't know, like camper kind of thing. And then behind it, I saw 2 dolls. I'm like, Tim, how did you not see these? And there was 2 of them, one for each of us. And we got 2 of them, yay! Of these undercover.
Bloodhound, George.
You're certainly not,
beady
but
eyes.
you are good at the vintage doll hunting. Really good at that. But yeah, we were really lucky. We were really lucky to come across these ones because there's a couple other dolls. You know, we're nearing the end of the list, so there's a couple dolls we don't have. Like one of my personal favorites is the other Ken, the Simu. Ken, or the Asian Ken, for those of you who don't know Simu's name, but that was another amazing doll that was available. And there's a couple more, I believe. Oh, and then the fashion packs, which you showed me.
Yeah, we missed out on those.
They're so cute. You showed me this one that had the pink gingham dress and then the blue day dress when she, the next day when she's all malfunctioning and whatnot. They had those in actual box sets. Were really cute.
Yeah, those were really nice. I can't believe I missed out on those.
Yeah, I didn't even know they were out there. So strange. And then there's cars, like they actually have the car that you can buy.
Vintage, that's what I was doing. I was like, no, I'm not buying that new stuff. Now I'm like,
now you got all of them. He's still looking. He's all, I see him on Walmart. He's like, when is it available?
I'm everywhere.
Then there was that one, and then I hope they release Allan. That's my big thing. I think Allan would be a cool one to redo. And the thing I pointed out to him was interesting is like out of all the outfits in the movie that I noticed, the only outfit out of all the dolls that had Mattel like somewhere on it was Ken's pink jumpsuit when he hitchhiked that ride when Barbie was on her way initially to the country of Los Angeles or whatever they call it.
And I had all her little bees all over at her
his jumpsuit,
over his jumpsuit.
And then he had a big patch on the side that said Mattel, which back in the vintage days they would have the little tags. They didn't say Mattel, they said Barbie or Ken or whatever. But still, a really interesting touch that none of the other dolls had that. And then,
Allan had his big badge, but it was of horses.
Oh, eventually,
they tagged him. They made him a horse. Oh, and when we talked about that, when they first show Allan, his stripes are going down.
Oh, yes.
And when Ken takes over Barbie Land, his stripes are going the opposite direction. What is it, horizontal?
Yeah, vertical, yeah. So maybe it's a symbolism for things being a mess.
And you know what's funny too? Another little tidbit with Allan. He, in the vintage land and old vintage Allan, he came in both those bathing suits as well, horizontal and vertical. There was 2 versions.
And then another mistake they said in the film that's not true. They said there was only one Allan, which is totally not true. If technically speaking, there's actually Allan, the original vintage, and then they did do a bendable.
Yes, we
Allan.
saw him where they showed him. You showed him.
I showed him. Okay, so we have bendable.
And then his case. You should show his case. That's a very rare case.
Yes, we got the case right here. Tim wants to show. This is a really rare piece right here. I'll let Tim grab it. There you go.
And once again, it's on our Allan YouTube. But yeah, this is the Allan case from France.
So they did.
And it's the only one that actually has Allan's name on it.
And this is something that's so rare. And like I said, they had Allan clothes, of course, tags. And then the other thing is they did make Allan later. They brought back Allan in 1991 with, we don't have it, but it's a wedding set with Midge. Because Midge was his wife and got pregnant. Because Barbie never got pregnant, just Midge. And a whole bunch of kids in that little set. And then with pregnant Midge. The pregnant Midge. There was a counterpart they sold, which was Allan.
Mm-hmm. But they changed his name from Allan to just Allan, which is my brother's name, Allan.
There you go. So
Allan.
So we have those things to point out in this kind of little analysis of the film. Aside from that, there's also another thing too is like Barbie Land is super pink the way they depicted in the film, but Barbie wasn't always like that. We've talked about this multiple times in our videos, but originally it was much more a classic, a lot more sophisticated sort of color palettes.
It was almost like human clothes and styles.
Yeah, not all pink and bubbly.
Over exaggerated.
No, which is fine.
I love it.
No, which is fine, but that came later in the 80s once Barbie started, the whole brand started they rebranded it later, but the original first 2 decades were, as you've seen on our channel, something else. And then, of course, the models you talked about. Oh, Christie, let's show her one more time because they actually have a part in the film where they show a Mount Rushmore, and they have the ponytail number 1. And then they have Christie on the Mount Rushmore too, which is really awesome. Which one thing I wanted to point out is a lot of people, like I see these videos that are not true on the internet where they talk about the first Black Barbie wasn't made until 1980s, which is totally not true. In the vintage years, there was plenty of Black character dolls like Christie, Julia, even Francie had a Black version of herself that they sold. So that's totally not true.
Yeah, but the actual Barbie that they named didn't come out till 1980 because this is Christie, the other one was Francie.
But I'm telling you my opinion.
Yeah, they're Barbie family dolls, but they're not. I don't want you to get it messed up.
No, because that's my opinion.
So the first Barbie.
No. See, now you're trying to correct me.
Okay.
I'm just giving you
I'll show you. This is her.
No. I'm giving you my opinion because I don't like that people say that because they're kind of trying to say that in a way that Barbie was racist, and it really wasn't. It was a reflection of the time. There wasn't, yes, of course, a lot more white dolls, but there was Black characters like Brad as well. There was other characters which I consider Barbie characters because they're all Barbie dolls. In my eyes, they are. That's all I'm saying.
And they also had characters like Francie that they didn't show.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. So Barbie has has an expensive
character. Was a Ricky that they didn't show, which was
has an expensive
Skipper's boyfriend.
Yes. Friend. They didn't say boyfriend.
Yes, it's his boyfriend. It's his boyfriend.
And then they have the littlest sister, which is Tootie.
Yes.
One of my favorites. I love.
But I wanted to show the new version because I did get the anniversary
go ahead.
to her. And this was the new Christie 55th anniversary.
Oh, how beautiful!
And they show look at this. They show the back where they compare them together. But oh my God, look how beautiful, and like just the dress and the orange and everything that's popping out on this. This is really nice. I love how they kept the colors, but they reimagined it. And the hair is so big.
But this she was shown in the film, and also once we get let's see, we're discontinued. Oh, and then the other funny thing I want to talk about is the IRS joke where she was her tax evasion issues. That was a funny joke to throw in there because that is a bit of a tidbit of information of Ruth Handler if you didn't know, and her some of the trouble she got into.
Yeah, but I think they really, the way the movie depicted more on her, and I think she was more of a scapegoat for Mattel's corporation to get rid of her.
I don't agree with that. I don't know. I wasn't there. I wouldn't know. But and then the last thing I wanted to talk about was our love for the film, of course, was we really enjoyed the film. For me, it's so interpretive depending on the person who watches it, which of course, we loved it. We were kind of leaning towards liking it. I don't know if I was going to like it as much as I did because the campy effect for me and the trailers kind of threw me off. But I think you have to have a certain sense of self-awareness of what the topics they are touching on in order to make sense of the film and how it pertains maybe to you or how it means something to you. Maybe not necessarily you, but someone who you care about. But I think
plays with Barbie.
For me, this film is not for children. To the people who took children to the screening we went to, how dare you? You guys were annoying.
Oh my God!
You guys were annoying. Someone took a little kid and the kid was not
can't say that about my Barbies, and you're talking about children and how they're demonic and all this other stuff.
They are. Children are demonic.
We're not gonna like that, George.
Anyway, but I really liked the film. I don't think it's for necessarily kids. I think kids can enjoy it. Of course, it's super fun and loud and bubbly, and we've seen that, especially with your nieces. They love the heck out of Allan. Yeah. But
they don't know why, but they just
no. I think it's because he's such like an emotional character. Like
they're like, we want an Allan. I'm like, you can't afford an Allan.
I think it's because like kids can be sympathetic towards the Allan character. Yeah, because he was like you felt bad for him. Yeah, where you could be sympathetic towards Allan and all that because of the moments where he feels bad for his friend Ken. And I think a kid watching that can feel bad for him feeling bad for his friend.
Yeah.
But there's so many things to love about this film, and if you don't, that's fine too. Whatever, you know.
Yeah,
you don't have to like
my
it.
nephews didn't like it. They're a little older. They didn't understand it. They were confused at why everyone was calling each other Barbie and everyone Ken. And I was like, well, because everybody's name is Barbie.
Yeah.
There's just different variations of Barbie now, so you get so many different characters of Barbie and also with Ken. That was a funny little thing where everyone kept calling each other by their names like that.
Which is plenty of other characters, but I think it would have, you know, it's just too much.
It was
to
a Barbie
introduce.
movie, yeah.
But it's too much to introduce. I was like, okay, I thought you finished talking, okay?
I thought you finished talking too, but you keep talking.
No. Anyway, but there's I think this film is that it's more for the person who grew up appreciating Barbie or somehow impacted you in a positive way. I think that's the only kind of person that really will appreciate this film. Just because, and also for a little bit, I like how they throw little tidbits of the vintage sort of touches in there, like especially in the credits when they show the little animated. Oh wait, take him away. The animated. It's
the big box.
They're animating Ken's face, Barbie's face, which is not. That was actually a reproduction at the very end. That was not a vintage.
Yeah,
Barbie.
they did actually.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, that's another thing we noticed. And then like the Christie.
No, the end, right? You're talking about
the credits. Yeah,
the credits.
The credits. Yeah, they didn't use a number one. They used a reproduction. We noticed, which again, you know, could have borrowed one from someone.
Oh, that's expensive.
No, they could have borrowed one. I'm sure they must have one in the vault somewhere. But yeah, super fun. We're super excited to enjoy Barbie Land once it gets here to Glendale, Arizona. And then also that exhibition that we went to in Las Vegas, it's actually coming here to Phoenix, downtown at some museum. So if you're in town or somewhere near Arizona, look forward to that. You know, that whole exhibit's coming here.
Okay, so what's next on your list?
That's it.
We're
wrapping up.
we actually supposed to talk about how when we first got our Barbies and like what happened?
Well, you can go. You can go first.
Okay, well the first time I got a Barbie, well actually the first time I played with Barbies was back, I believe, between 1980 and 1984. So I was anywhere from 5 to 9 years old, I believe, the last time I played with a Barbie. And I played with my cousin Mindy. She used to have lots of Barbies. It used to be so much fun and so much imagination with her. But the first time I actually got any of the Barbie family was a Ken doll, and I had to cry for it at Alpha Beta with my mother, and she finally turned around, and instead of getting me the Barbie, she got me the Ken doll. So I was happy with that.
And that's why I think you're more, when you were talking about Ken and you feeling bad at how the way they depicted Ken in the movie, because you have a much more of a stronger attachment to Ken.
I guess.
That's the way because at first I was like, calm down, it's just a movie. But I understand, because like it's something you fought for as a kid. You know, as little gay children, it's hard to express those things when the people around you don't let you play with dolls or let you express the way that you are. For me, when I grew up playing with dolls since I was little, like I know my mom and my dad let me have dolls, like as a kid. I remember my sister tells me, and I remember the doll too, is the Jewel Mermaid. I used to, the blonde one with the long blonde hair and the gold fin and all that. I had her, but I know as I got a little older, you know, I grew, because of society, a sense of shame, and because boys were not supposed to, you know, play with dolls, and so I felt self-conscious. And as I got older into teenager, I stopped playing with dolls, and I stopped, you know, paying attention to them or whatever. But luckily I had a little sister, and I would watch her sometimes, and my little sister had like Barbie dolls, lots of Bratz dolls, some My Scenes, and when I would watch her, I would make excuses. I would be telling her, you know, let's play games with your dolls to entertain her, but really it was for me. And so that's how I kind of started my love for dolls as a kid. But that's why we have, like I showed you that Midge. This is literally from my childhood. This Midge, and I did this too. I don't know at what point, but my sister says I did do it, which I believe her, because I tried to give her this cute little like short, I don't know, style, but she looked like Chucky now. She doesn't look like, because she had this beautiful like longer layered hair. But yeah,
and a baby bump with her baby.
That's true, the baby one with the babies, which are missing. Where are they?
But horrific. The only horrific Barbie memory I have is when I used to be ready to go home from playing with my cousin Mindy. And my mom said, let's go home, it's time to go. And she used to grab me and throw me in the closet and lock me in there.
Like you were a doll? She didn't want to let you go.
She was like, no, you're not going anywhere. And that was a whole other ordeal. But yeah, I love Barbie.
Well, that's frightening.
Crazy. PST, I told my cousin Mindy.
But yeah, and then the other thing too is that if they ever make a sequel, I think it would be totally awesome because they do talk about how this incident, how they said that this is like Skipper in Key West,
yes,
which was so funny, right? That she was trying to babysit some random person's kid and took the little kid waveboarding.
Yeah, waveboarding.
Okay, you were like
3-month-old.
Yeah,
3-month-old waveboarding. So they really like
That would be a funny movie to watch. Skipper, where are you? Where is she at? She's over here somewhere.
She's on the bottom.
Yeah, but
she's on top.
Let's bring her out. That would be fun because they didn't really show Skipper at all. Well, they did show growing up Skipper that we don't have.
Well, they did show, and that's where I think I got a little confused. But when Barbie brought back the two characters that she brings back to Barbie Land, that's when they introduced to you the pregnant Midge, I believe, right? And then they show you Skipper. She's like, "Oh, I had a Skipper." Didn't she say that?
No, that was
later.
That was later. No, they showed Skipper
in the beginning. This is the one they show, I believe, in the red and white, but they put her in a dress.
Yeah, almost like the silken flame one, kind of, because she has a counterpart outfit to Barbie.
Striped.
Yeah, it was it's like a combination of different inspirations of different outfits these dolls have worn, which is really cool. I love to see this reimagination of all that. But that would be super fun, Mattel, if you ever make another Barbie film. Amazing. But yeah, I think that's all I had listed that we should talk about the film. But we've been working on this for a while. We have more coming, so much more. So
well, that wraps up this video.
Thank you guys for joining us so much. And remember, if you have any vintage dolls up in your attic, down in your basement, or up in the closet, you could potentially have them featured on our channel by reaching out to us. Email is listed down below. Yes, or you can reach us at Instagram, TikTok,
we're
Facebook, everywhere, or our individual pages, whatever. We're there, and then we're so excited for the future to show you guys. We actually just went to a doll show. Hopefully, we could show you that.
Yeah, some more things.
It's because we're starting to get sorry, one last thing. We're so excited. Next year in July, for the first time, we're officially going to the Barbie convention. Oh my God, we barely made the cut. We're like high because it's 850 people and you're numbered and we're like way at the cutoff. But we made it. We're so excited. We're going. It's gonna be in Palm Desert next year. They're doing our favorite era. They're doing mid-century 1960s a mystery on Dream Drive. I think whatever the theme was, but we're so excited in Palm Desert, which is like 20 minutes away from Palm Springs. But we're so excited. We made it. We're gonna be there. We'll try to vlog as much as possible when we go there because I think it's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna try to dress up. I have an idea. Don't want to tell you yet. It's a secret, but for the fashion runway show. But
I'm wearing clothes.
Yes, hopefully. But all right, thank you guys so much. Join us next time for our next video. Keep an eye out for our other content like our posts and our reels and our shorts and all that. So thank you so much for joining us for this Barbie video. Bye bye. Bye bye. No. Oh no. Bye bye.